So Ryan is half Irish, half Jewish.
I'm not half Irish, first of all.
Well,
but I'm half not Jewish, is what you're trying to say.
So what's the half that's not Jewish? It's not Irish?
No, it's English, German, other stuff. That's close to Irish.
Your name is Ridley.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Ryan Ridley.
Yeah. No, it does. Yeah.
I suppose you'd like a taste of me magic.
Yeah.
Popcorn.
If I was half Irish, then I wouldn't focus on the Jewish part so much.
Right.
Because Irish competes with that identity. It's
right.
Like,
it kind of evens you out.
Yeah. I'm nothing. I'm like a bunch of random other European. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that kind of kills my. I was thinking.
You're not. I mean, your bit that you told, you're not Irish, right?
I'm like half Irish, half Polish, half Cherokee.
For the point of your bit, you can do Jewish and
I don't know if my bit was a bit. Like the idea that it was a bit was a bit. But we could realize your nightmare of doing a bad bit. Like I had
well, it
this
sounds
idea.
like I don't have to do anything.
Ryan is half Jewish, half Irish. I could, to the extent that that's true, I'm fully Irish. And then we have our friend Dave Horowitz, who I think is full blown Jew.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like full tilt.
Yeah.
Fucking, like actually 7 points on his Star of David. There's just an extra one there for just for safety.
Yeah.
And I thought the joke would be, this is the hackiest. That you that we would have him stand on one side and me stand on the other, and we would get questions or hit you with scenarios, and then we would give you advice from each side.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. It's like once you explain that bit, it's over. Like doing it isn't it doesn't really work.
I mean, that depends on you guys.
Yeah.
If you come up with really funny answers.
Like, let's just do the most obvious. Like, Dave Horowitz, can you come up? Are you here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
A full Jew.
Yeah, full Jew.
100%.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, what's your curriculum vitae? Like, how Jewish? Like, just prove like, what do you? You're not just. You're really Jewish.
I mean, I'd say like maybe like not religiously, which is what all Jews say. So right there.
Yeah, you're more Jewish now.
I talk with my hands exclusively, so very
Could
Jewish.
be Italian.
Yeah. Well, TV writer.
Right. Okay.
That tilts it over.
There are no Italian TV writers. So.
Also, you can't see, but like I'd say like the most Jewish is from nose to like this is the most Jewish. Have you ever seen a more Jewish thing than this nose and these eyebrows? It's a very bad podcast bit, but Google image search me right now and you'll see.
He's pointing at like he's got Eugene Levy eyebrows.
Yeah, but like.
But you like pull it off. You're a handsome man.
But like if Eugene Levy was in like maybe like a band, you know what I mean?
In Silver Lake.
Yeah. And they were doing kind of well, like. You know, maybe like they were being scouted. They weren't signed, but like an indie label was maybe interested in Eugene Levy's band.
Right. All right, so let's just try this hack bit. Okay, so Ryan. Someone asked. Wait, how does it work? If we,
I guess I asked.
Someone name a situation for Ryan. A topic.
Condoms.
Condoms? Okay, condoms. Okay. All right. So Ryan, the topic is condoms.
All right, I got it. All right, listen. Okay. I'm at my place with a woman. Just brought her home. Don't know her. Met her at a bar. Yeah. Listen. Trust me. It makes sense.
Wait, how did it go down? Hold on. What did you say? What did you say to her to get her back to your place?
Some moves.
What? Name one of them.
Well, I mean, what would an Irish person say?
Did you write her a poem?
Why don't I just...
It's the worst bit ever. It's just the worst. I'm kind of enjoying how bad it is.
I've got a real question.
A Jewish person might say, like, hey, I have that Woody Allen PBS documentary DVR if you want to watch the first part of it. Maybe we'll get to the second part unless we get distracted. And then you do that.
Man, the first part's like 2 hours.
Yeah, you got to ease into it. You got to wait until the first hour is over to put your arm over. Yeah.
And what, if I was Irish, what should I do to take home some bar skis? I guess is the scenario.
She can be a nice girl.
That's what a Jew would say. An Irish guy.
She can be a nice girl, Ryan.
I think you should just take her down to the ocean and watch it not compromise. Rub 2 lumps of coal together to symbolize the unmitigated freedom.
Should I use a condom? I guess is the...
No, you've got to make more Irish children to...
A Jewish person would tell you to wear like the tight, like wear 2, wear
7,
3,
yeah,
and have her
you know
wear
how many
1.
diseases there are?
Have her be in another room when you're having sex. You can never be too safe, honey. What?
I'm definitely more Jewish. Yeah.
Well, I was with you when you Jewed out.
Yeah. I want
Is that an
full-blown
acceptable
Jew.
phrase?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What else could you call it?
I used to talk to when we were back in the early 2000s, like when you were like, I started to watch you start to become increasingly Jewish. Like it was like you were like Eric Stoltz in The Fly 2. Yeah, like you were a normal kid and then you were like, then you started climbing the walls a little bit. And,
wait, what? How did the transformation start?
I think he just started going to shul a lot.
Yeah, that's true.
And
yeah.
Yeah, like I was always fascinated with mythology and Judeo-Christian mythology in particular. We had a lot of interesting, provocative conversations about whether the sequel holds up and stuff. And and then you're like, I'm going to Israel, and I'm like, see you when you get back.
You didn't like that? Well, it's like going to the Disneyland of mythology. I rode the rides, man.
You have to be this high to wail at this wall. You can't. I don't know. I was just losing a friend. I don't know. I can't do long distance relationships. I'm not going to Skype with you with your little beard and your tassels or whatever.
But you did.
I did. Well, as a bit, like for a show, I did. I had you send a recording and I pretended it was a Skype conversation in a video. Yeah.
Did you grow a beard?
Fuck yeah. This big.
He looked like fucking. It's amazing. It's like it. I guess it is like a thing. Like you could just like.
It just grows when you step off the plane, right? Like when you get onto Israeli soil.
When you see like an Orthodox, is that the right term? An Orthodox Jew, walking in that neighborhood in L.A. Like, and you see the Indiana Jones hat and the like beard and the witness Amish suit. You know you always go like wow, that's such an alien weird thing. But my friend went over to Israel and he got on this Skype thing and it was like. He looked like he wasn't doing a bit. Like it wasn't like a prop beard. That is just what anyone can look like if they spend enough time.
The beard was real, and I think I threw on a jacket because I brought a suit. But I mean, I found that hat just laying around, literally. Like I was like, oh, there's 7 of them. Okay, this one fits.
I'm sure they're just.
I didn't have one of the
blowing down the
streets.
Yeah.
I've never been to Israel, but I'm pretty sure that they like pull some kind of weird mystical voodoo on you to basically make you grow the beard. Like my brother went on Birthright, which is like a free trip you can go on up till I think 26, and he wasn't religious at all, and he called. I feel so bad for him because he got swindled because he's such a sweetheart. But he called me. It was like 4 a.m. his time. And he went, David. I was like, yeah. And he goes, it's the motherland. And I was like, what's that, buddy? And he's like, it's the motherland. It's so beautiful. I'm like, I bet it is. What happened? And he's like, I went to this store and this woman told me that I reminded her of her son who was fighting in the Golan Heights. And I was like, oh no, you got swindled. How much money did you spend? And she's like, she gave me this pendant and she said it was his. And she said, I want you to have this. And I was like, how much? And he's like, it was $350. And I was like, no. Because you know that the second he left the store, she just took another pendant and put it on the thing. It was like, you remind me of my son.
Well, the truth is, a lot of people there look like her son.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
And she just has a box of her son's stuff. She's not really swindling people. She's just like, fuck. If you see another guy, never mind. But she's always charging $350.
This is my son's corn T-shirt. He would have wanted you to have it.
But he would have wanted you to pay me $350 to get 17 boxes of corn T-shirts printed on Cafe Press. I think it's delightful. I think WASPs suffer from lack of mythology, lack of rites of passage. We have confirmation, maybe, kind of. A lot of kids out here probably had confirmation, maybe if they were Catholic enough. Mm-hmm. But there's really. Some people got drunk and had to go hunt with their dads and kill a deer. Maybe I think that's probably a thing of the past. Most of us got in a fight with someone on prom night, but there's not enough of the
as if bar mitzvah these days are so pure, ritualistic.
Well, that's another topic though. It's like the secularization of the theology in Judaism hasn't made it less functional. That's what I like. As a Jewophile, whatever the word is, I'm always jealous of the fact that it's like, yeah, they figured it out. They got a religion where they believe in an entity that they can have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. They can get their shit done. The focus is on community and family. It's not based on this McDonald's hey, whose city wants one? You can have one. Here's your Big Mac maker. What? The health department closed you down? We don't know you. Where there's no Vatican in Judaism. There's no it's not like Subway. It's not like this Subway's also a great company. That being able to shoot outdoors in season 6 may be totally reliant on. So I didn't mean to connect those dots. Subway actually, I think Subway would probably say, they wouldn't say this, but they would, off record, they might say, no, we function more like Judaism than Christianity, because I think the reason why Subway is able to be so game is that they actually they're like a disbanded group of franchises. There isn't like a central capital where it's like, I'm Mr. Subway and I'm angry. I want to take over the world. Who's not helping me? Subway is more Jewish than Christian. If there's 12 Subway employees in one place, that's a minion. You can make new rules for Subway. I think that's really cool. And if you bring a baby into Subway, they will cut his little wiener and suck the blood with their mouths.
They might.
Is Community like the cool Christian church that plays guitar? Subway's cool. Yeah, we get it.
The pastor that sits backwards in his chair, guys, let me rap to you about a friend of mine named JC.
Yeah, well, I guess that's the thing Judaism and Christianity have in common. They always bury the lead. It's all no one can be genuinely proud. Like those Christian shows for kids that are like listen, this show is called How to Rock for Jesus. How to get your parents to do whatever you want. I'm gonna tell you. I know the guy who wrote the book on being radical. It's Jesus Christ. They draw you in. That's like 20 minutes into a 40-minute Kirk Cameron tape you're watching. It's just called Super Dude, and it's just like 20 minutes in. It's like Ecclesiastes 1:13 says, "Oh man."
Yeah, these girls came up to me at a mall when I was like 16 and were like, hey, you want to go to a party tonight? And I'm like, do I? Yeah. Turns out it was church.
That was the big thing in my neighborhood, Brown Deer, Wisconsin. It was the lock-ins. We're having a lock-in. Like the cutest girls in high school. There's going to be a lock-in. Like they didn't know that they were advertising this thing. Like they didn't. It was just a natural, organic thing that was happening. It was like some studly dude with a guitar and long hair, who then like all the girls have crushes on him. He sends them out. Like, why don't you guys go tell all your friends? Like, let's just hang out tomorrow. We got to lock the doors, for just because, Not because anyone's gonna want to leave once I reveal why we're actually there. It's just so that non-rocking people can't get in after midnight.
This was high school?
Yeah.
Just like kids you went to school with, or kids in the town, or
yeah, it was a small Midwestern town, so there was a lot of people that loved him some Jesus.
It's such a culty vibe.
It would always. I mean, there was church youth groups. They're everywhere. I mean, that's like you. There's. I'm sure by applause, how many people went through a small Christian phase in their teenage years. Like, you don't know. See?
Whoa.
It's our shul. It's our Israel. It's our.
Is anyone going through a Christian phase now?
That's the
it's
thing
cool
that's
to do when you're an adult.
Wait, I want to try one. Has anyone been to a bar mitzvah where they had blow up inflatable saxophones? Yeah! Inflatable saxophones is my religion.
How many Jews are in the audience?
Is your mother Jewish?
Oh.
More people clap that time than who's Jewish.
Yeah.
So you explained to me the reason for the mother rule is, of course, because before paternity tests, before modern society, if you had to know, the only way you could know for sure where you came from was the mother's
it was
side.
Rape proofing it, right?
That's
what somebody told me.
Yeah,
because there's a lot of Roman soldiers.
If you go by paternal lineage, you can start to fudge the books, but it's hard to fake a birth. So Jewishness goes by the mother's side. If you're half Jewish on your mom's side, you're allowed to just go, I'm totes Jewish.
Yeah.
Sorry about my dad getting in there, but won't happen again. I will carry this torch.
Yeah.
I will go on JDate and I will.
The Jewish mother versus Jewish father creates a real school days schism amongst the half Jews. Yeah. Yeah, she knows what I'm talking about.
Is that true? Wait, what do you mean?
Spike Lee's School Days.
Yeah, no, we know that.
Let me explain something.
It's a movie that's Spike Lee. What do you?
What's the controversy? Is it just
She knows what I'm talking about.
Well, why are you putting it off on her? What do you?
Yeah, you're right. I guess I'm the one with the mic. The half Jews whose mother are Jewish kind of has I'm the real Jew. You're not. You're just a half Jew biologically. I'm not saying it's good.
You're saying there are Jews who were born on their mom's side, half Jews who
so it's like
look down their nose at the ones whose dads
look down their prodigious noses.
They're not. Yeah.
Don't take this lightly. I'm gonna look down my nose.
It's taking me a long time to look down this nose, so know that I mean it when I say it, motherfucker.
Yeah, man. Dave Horowitz was looking down his nose at me the other day.
It took forever.
Exhausting. He had to take a break halfway through. A glass of water. That nose thing. I guess I've seen. I guess I know it. I guess I've seen the nose thing. But
yeah, you're looking at it.
You don't have a big nose. No, you don't. Not at all. Not even close. You have Eugene Levy eyebrows. You don't have. You do not.
But like we agreed, this cooler version.
The
cooler.
Oh yeah, no, the hip. Yeah. But that's crazy. That's some kind of body. You have body dysmorphia if you think your nose is unusually.
I'm just saying that Eugene Levy, I am would want you to call him Gene. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Maybe it's I have kind of face blindness, self-diagnosed aloofness. So maybe I just don't see noses.
How can you miss it?
I embarrassingly was unaware of what a minority I was in as a Jew, because the town I grew up in is small, and it's at this point 74% Jewish, more temples than churches. And I got to school and like college, and nobody, like everyone I talked to was like, you're like, and they thought for a half a second, like, you're like the third Jewish person. No, hold on. That guy, what's the second? I think you're the second Jewish person I've ever talked to. And I couldn't believe it. And I experienced such like mild anti-Semitism, because it would just be like a kid on my floor who was super drunk would be like, so you're Jewish? And I'm like, uh-huh. So like, you don't, like, Christmas is like not, like it's like, I'm like, no, we don't, my family doesn't do it. And he's like, well, that fucking sucks.
Yeah, they're just like, well, because they grew up in the same scenario you did, except the other way around. Because I was like, I don't know, I guess there might have been some Jewish kids around. It's just like it wasn't introduced. I wasn't indoctrinated into it until like it slowly trickles into your awareness, because you're just talking about a bunch of white people. It's a lot easier to get indoctrinated into racism on the grade school playground, and then it's more of a like high school college thing. Like you slowly hear this weird word that doesn't mean anything, and then you go to college and you meet someone and you go like, okay, so what's that? And you ask them a bunch of weird questions, the way that you might ask a black person weird questions if you didn't grow up around them, which would be mildly racist because of your strange, misdirected, like seeking of truth and well-roundedness.
But then also you just observe like, oh, not everyone's last name ends in like Witz or Stein or like Gold or Berg.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit to get straight. I mean, it's
a lot more Smiths outside of Sharon, Massachusetts. A lot more.
Jews. All right.